That's the focus of this morning's Eye on Money segment. Every Tuesday, we're going to take a look at financial issues that Americans face. The media company Refinery 29 has a series, they call it Salary Stories. And this is where women discuss how they negotiate their pay. And one of the installments, a New York tech professional shares how she started her career making $40,000 a year. Now, 11 years later, she makes $110,000. Refinery 29's that's Julie Alvin joins us at the table. She is the one that helped develop Salary Stories. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Women everywhere are going, thank you, Julie, Julie, Julie.
I credit our Work and Money team for that, yes.
Well, thank you, Money team and Julie. So why is this such a tough topic for women? Why is it so difficult?
I think there's a lot of sort of taboo around the idea of speaking about money. And as we know, women are less likely to negotiate for their salaries. They're less likely to be successful when negotiating their salaries. Women, we talk about the gender pay gap, and women are often likely to be paid less for the same amount of work.
Why are we so reluctant and hesitant to do that?
I think that as women, we aren't necessarily comfortable talking about our professional lives as candidly as we should be. I think that there's a lot of sort of quiet, and it can be awkward in a work situation to really talk about how much money you're making, how you negotiated, how you got where you are. And that's something that with Salary Stories we're really looking to change and give women the tools to negotiate, to see how other women got where they are in their career.
A study last year found that women actually ask for raises as much as men. They don't get them.
Well,
why do you think that is?
So I think there's competing information on whether they ask as much or whether they are just less successful when they ask.
Yeah.
And I think there are a variety of reasons for that. So one that I find to be a particularly upsetting piece of information is that when men ask for raises, they're more likely to be seen as assertive and go-getters, and women are more likely to be seen as pushy, as overly aggressive. So
Men
I think
are
that's
seen
really
as prepared.
they're seen as prepared,
Yeah.
and they're seen as he's really advocating for himself, whereas women are more likely to be penalized or seen in a less positive light, and that I think really plays out when it comes to the actual results of those negotiations, because women are often less successful when they're negotiating.
And
they don't get what they ask for.
This is not only a salary conversation. There was another survey that found that men and women climb the career ladder at different rates.
Mm-hmm.
What's behind that?
So I think that it's a variety of things. So one thing that I think is particularly interesting is women tend to only apply for a job when they feel that they are 100% qualified for it. They meet 100% of the requirements, whereas men are totally open to applying for those jobs when they only meet 60% of the requirements.
So should men be more like women, or should women be more like men?
I think women should be more like, I don't often say women should be more like men. I think women have a lot of attributes that, we tip the scales in a positive direction. But when it comes to this, women are less likely to have that confidence in themselves, and they're more likely to say, oh, I'm not quite there. I don't want to waste my time. I'm going to get rejected. Whereas men see, I meet 6 out of 10 of these things.
Men just say, I'm going to go for it.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
So fake it till you make it thing. So
Yes,
how do we
fake it till
change
you
the
make
game?
it.
What is your suggestion for women who are listening to you right now?
Well, I think taking that risk, right? I think saying, okay, maybe I don't meet 100% of these qualifications, but I'm still going to go for it because I am a valuable candidate and I'm interested in this role. Going into negotiations with a lot of information on where they sit in the competitive market and how much money they should ask for is really important. Coming with a list of your accomplishments, how you drove revenue, how you drove growth, and being really prepared in that way. And also timing an ask for a promotion or a raise with, you just came off of a really big project and you have something specific to point to. And one thing that's really interesting is women are better at negotiating for other people than they are for themselves. So one idea is to prepare a case for yourself as though you were preparing for a colleague who you want to advocate for. And that is something women are good at, is advocating for others. So bringing that sort of skill set to advocating for yourself and looking at yourself sort of more objectively.
Do you
rather
have
than
any research on the best time of day or the best time?
Right after the guy in the group blunders forward and makes an error. That's when you step forward.
Is there anything
Yes,
like that?
Exactly. I think that's a brilliant strategy.
all right, Julie, we got to go. Julie Alvin, thank you so much for being with us this morning.